The reason you are not making 100k a month yet is probably not because you are not working hard, but it's because you are working on the wrong things. And after helping dozens of clients to scale to 100k a month and beyond, there's one strategy that helped all of them that I wanted to share with you, so I can just copy it. So let's start with the definition. What can you do to grow your business to 100k a month in the first place? As any other goal, the only way to grow a business is by doing two things. There's three things. Third one is more of a bonus, but I'll share with you the first two most important ones. So the first thing that you can do is to get more clients. And I will tell you why this is harder than you think, because it might seem simple from the first impression. And the second thing that you can do is to make them worth more. And the third bonus tip is to decrease the risk of the first two things happening. Now, today we won't talk about the third thing too much. We'll focus more on the first and second because I think they are the most important, but I'll explain how you can use this to get to 100k a month. You see, when you start your business, you have free time, or at least most of us do, right? Because you don't have yet clients, you don't have responsibilities and other things. And when you do grow though, and when you're making 10, 20, 30k a month, as a lot of you watching this or more, now you have responsibilities. Now you need to be focused on a lot of things that take away your attention. And the one thing that you are not focused on is this, which is getting more clients. Now you might think, Howard, I'm trying to get more clients, right? But it's not actually as simple as you think. So we have had a client that joined and we were talking to him on a one-on-one call and said, Howard, why am I not growing to 100k a month? And I'm saying, well, what are you doing to get more clients? And he said, hey, I'm trying to make content, I'm trying to run ads. And I actually did a time study of his day, and we saw that he's spending 10% of the time that he thinks he's spending on this. Because nowadays, as you know, it's so easy to get distracted. There's notifications, there's like fires that you need to put up all the time. There's so many things that are fighting for our attention, and we think that we are being productive, but in reality, we are being just busy. And the way that you can go about this is to actually do a time study, which is every 30 minutes, you've put a timer, and every 30 minutes after it passes from the morning, you write down what you did, right? And when you take a break, you eat, you go to the bathroom, all of that you also write down. Then at the end of the day, if you do this for at least a week, you will see how much less time you are spending on this activity than you think you are spending. And as you know, the only things that you can actually do to get more customers are those. You can either do content, you can either partner with other people, get affiliates, etc. You can run ads, or you can do outreach, so reach out to people, right? So if you actually do a time study, you'll see that you're probably spending, like you think you are spending, let's say 4 hours a day on content. But if you really do a time study, you'll see that you are really like the real focused time, that where you are not doing just research and in reality watching other people's videos and forgetting that you were doing research, right? Like actually like recording content, preparing for it, writing the ideas down, and like working on the packaging, etc. You'll see that you are spending in reality like only maybe 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. So the first thing you need to do is to say, okay, now when I'm already growing and I need to scale to 100k a month, I can't focus on everything anymore. So I need to deprioritize other things. I need to cut things off. For example, I was talking to a client recently and they did a time study and I found out that they are both spending about 1 or 2 hours a day walking, right? To be healthy, etc. So they just ordered a walking treadmill for home, right? Maybe we'll show you the picture somewhere here. And now they are together they are saving additional 14 to 20 hours a week, which is every week if you spend that, like it's a long time, right? It will be like 60 hours a month. So they get additional working week in their month. So they will grow 25% faster. Not only they get 25% back, but also they get the opportunity cost back, right? They now can work 25% more in a month, and also that can go into something that compounds like content, and they can get ahead of the competition even more. So it's all about reallocating your time and reallocating your focus to this, because it's so easy to get distracted. And that's why people don't get to 100k, is because they are making a little bit progress in 10 different directions instead of absolutely focusing and going all in on the one thing that matters at this stage, which is getting more clients. Now, I wouldn't recommend you to do all of this at once unless you have the team or the resources to do that, like content and partnerships and ads and outreach. So I would recommend you to focus on one thing. So let's say if it's content, every single day for 4 hours, you wake up and you do content. You make YouTube videos, you prepare Instagram scripts, you do research, you look at outliers of your competitors, and you just stick to this every day. And if you do this for 90 days, you are gonna get to 100k, most likely. So that is very important. And if you don't have the time, you do a time study and you cut it. Now, the second thing that is very important as well, is to make each customer worth more. Because this is one of the key things in business that you can do, and you can only do this one time right. And once you do, you can get such a high ROI. So I highly recommend you to do this if you haven't already. So this comes down to LTV, right? Because if you get more customers and each of them is worth more to you, you will grow your business. So how do you increase your LTV? A lot of people will say, hey, you need to get better at what you do and give a better service. And I fully agree. But I think the most underrated thing here that I would highly encourage you to focus on is to upgrade your avatar. So here's what I mean. I would look at your clients, at your top 10, 20, 30, 40 clients and think, from these people, who are the best 5 clients? Who are the best 10, 20% clients of all of my clients? And how are they different from all the other ones? Right? Who is getting the best results? Who is referring the most people? Who is the happiest, right? Who is the easiest to work with? And from these people, how are they different from everyone else? And sometimes you find that maybe they are from different demographic, or they have different types of business, or they are a different type of person. And if you understand that and you start marketing specifically to these people, you can grow your business way faster. Why? Because you will spend less time to deliver better results and get more referrals, and you will be able to charge more. I'll give an example. A year ago, we have had clients, LTV of which for us was only $300. Right? So over a lifetime, we're making about $300 from them. Now we have clients where the LTV of them is over $45,000. And the reason that we have this is because we picked a person that we are able to provide more value to. In our case, we looked and we thought, okay, who we are getting the best results for. And we have noticed that a lot of our clients have in common this, that they're already making at least $10,000 a month or more, or 10, 20, 30, $50,000 a month or more, etc. And a lot of them have more than 10,000 followers, right? Now we can say, of course, that doesn't mean like followers aren't enough. So you can have like 2,000 followers and make way more than someone that has 50,000, because not every follower is made equal, and that's true. But on average, right, although there are exceptions, this is what we found. So we started focusing on more these people, making content for these people, making our VSL for these people, etc., etc. And then we were able to attract people that we can provide more value to, and in advance we can charge more, right? So the reason that we have some clients 45, 50, 30,000 or LTV is because they work with us for a long time, because they get results, and we can charge more because we are able to provide them more value. Think about it this way. If someone is at zero, or if someone is making $500 a month, if we help them to scale their business by 50%, they are now gonna make $750 a month, right? But if someone is already making $50,000 a month, if we help them to scale by 50%, now they are making $25,000 a month additionally. And let's say if they do it for a year, that's additional $300,000. So if I was able to create for someone extra free for $500,000 of value, of course I can charge $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or more. Because now not only they got 10x ROI, but also from the rest of the time, if they implement it and stay consistent, they can make that much more the next year and the year after that, and it can also compound on top of that. So that is the real secret, which is the thing that you need to do to scale to 100K is to think, how can I upgrade my avatar? Who are the people that I get the best results for, right? Let's say if you're a fitness coach and you have noticed that people that are married get better results than people that aren't for some reason, or the opposite. People that are married get worse results because they have time. This is an example. Then just focus on those types of people that get the best results so you can charge more. So increase your prices and you will work with less people that you can provide more value to, and then people will refer their friends, and now what? Your LTV increased. They'll buy again, they buy something else, they'll upgrade your premium service, so the LTV will be higher. So instead of making, let's say, $300 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 per client, you can make 2, 3, 4 times more than that. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.